Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. As you guys can see up on the screen, today I want to talk a little bit about Sofi Technologies Incorporated, and this is ticker symbol SOFI for those of you that don't know. But there's a lot to talk about for this stock today because intraday, as you can see, it had a pretty rough day. It had a pretty terrible day, down 4.06%, but then after hours, things have gone from bad to worse. This is overall just a really bad day for SoFi. Now overall we are down another 5.71% after hours. Now some of this is not SoFi specific. Some of this is the market as a whole not having a great day today. I didn't mean to click on that. I'm just trying to look at these numbers here. The Dow Jones was down 0.42%. The S&P was down almost a full percent. NASDAQ is down over 2% today. That's a rough individual day for a major indice. And the Russell's down 1.42%. So again, a lot of things were red. The market as a whole was red. That explains some of SoFi being down. But why is it down the rest of the way? That's what we're going to be talking about today. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy this video. I would appreciate that so much. And subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. We have plenty more videos coming your guys' way. I like to post, pretty much daily throughout the trading week. And yeah, lots of great content covering everything, keeping you guys up to date on all the latest. Of course, as always, no financial advice in this video. Not telling you guys to buy anything. Not telling you guys to sell anything, nothing like that. Just giving some of my thoughts and opinions on the news. With that being said, let's get right into this. And yeah, overall, like I said, rough day for SoFi. It's been a rough year for SoFi. 2022, we're still down 44.2%. And it's been weird because so far there's been a lot of good news for SoFi. The bank charter happened. The Technesis acquisition happened. Anthony Noto's been buying the dip as the stock has kind of, calmed down. But obviously, the overall stock market, the overall investing environment right now has not been totally great. But still, people, if you just told them the things that have happened in 2022, I think most people would be surprised that this company is down 44%. But here we are. But then today, actually, with some news that maybe does make sense of why this company is going down the way it is. So we have this. First up, the fact that SoFi stock is dropping because the firm has cut its forecast on the student loan pause. So obviously, SoFi is able to make money two ways off student loans. One, people who have already refinanced with SoFi or whatever, they are going to not be paying those loans with the student loan moratorium. Obviously, private loans and stuff have different rules and everything. So some people would be paying, some people are not paying, whatever. But people who refinance, once people have to pay their loans, they're going to try and refinance some of them with a private company like SoFi to get better interest rates, all that stuff, especially with how historically low interest rates have been over the past couple of years. But then, of course, once people have to start paying those again, then the likelihood of them refinancing increases. So when student loans are getting paid, SoFi's making money there, and when people are refinancing, that's them bringing in more revenue, more money, all that stuff. So the student loan moratorium getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. I think this started in March of 2020. It's over 2 full years now, and the Biden administration, of course, as we all know, has at least I think reportedly, I don't know if it's official or not yet, but they're expected to be pushing this instead of May 1st back to August 31st of 2022. That is quite the extension. That's all of summer. We're talking about, almost the end of summer, almost next spring by the end of that. But also what SoFi has done now is they have lowered their forecast for the year because they are saying not only is this thing pushed back till August 31st of 2022, they are saying it is maybe even likely that it will get pushed back again. I think a 7th time in total, which is crazy, but yes, that makes sense. I mean, if they've already pushed this thing back 6 times, how can you not be projecting a 7th pushback? So SoFi, now their forecast for the year of 2022 include nothing to do with student loans. They include the student loan moratorium getting pushed back into 2023, maybe where it is lifted. So obviously, this is a pretty big hit, and this is obviously not good news for SoFi. This is money, revenue that they're going to be leaving off the table, or leaving on the table, I guess. And Noto has come out and said that SoFi does not need the student loan moratorium lifted, that they will be okay whether they make any more money off student loan refinancing or anything like that. But, of course, they would be better off with the student loan refinancing going on than not. So that is definitely a big thing going on. That yes, SoFi has now cut their forecast for 2022 because the student loan pause is expected to be pushed back even further, and then maybe even further again. We have the same thing here. SoFi updates its 2022 annual guidance to reflect the latest extension of the federal student loan payment moratorium. We also have this. SoFi is announcing changes to its board of directors. So SoFi announced that 3 members of its board of directors will be stepping down. Clay Wilkes, the founder of Galileo Financial Technologies, as well as SoftBank's Michael Combs and Carlos Medeiros. So obviously this means some shakeup. I don't know if they have people slotted in to take over as members of the board yet. We know that Clay Wilkes is going to be stepping down from the board immediately. Michael Combs and Carlos Medeiros will be stepping down effective as the SoFi 2022 annual shareholders meeting. So, still some time to go for them. They don't need to find the immediate replacements and stuff. But, this could be a bad thing. It could be a good thing. They could, step down and get replaced with even better people who are more maybe fired up or more exhilarated or more maybe have better ideas or new ideas or whatever. Maybe these guys have done what they can do, or maybe they don't love the direction the company's going in. We don't know for sure. Obviously, one of these guys is stepping down immediately, so this will have an impact right away. But a couple of these guys are still hanging on for a while, so it doesn't affect anything in the short term that much. But what it does cause is uncertainty. And we know that stocks and the stock market and investors don't like uncertainty. What is the company going to look like with these guys gone? Who's going to be replacing them? Is the company going to be okay, worse off, better off? We don't know. So this is definitely, another negative going on with SoFi stock right now. But on the positive side, we have this. SoFi Invest trade activity is up 13% over the past 30 days. This is good in a lot of ways. This is good because, hey, SoFi's getting some more traction. That's awesome for them. People are using their invest more. But then also it just means in general, hopefully, that maybe the stock market's bouncing back a little bit. Maybe people are getting a little bit more active. People are getting a little bit more confident because, again, the market has been riddled with fear, uncertainty, and doubt over the past couple of months, really throughout all of 2022. And if, hey, trading activity is increasing, hopefully it could be people selling. But again, whenever somebody's selling, somebody's buying. So hopefully it just means activity and volume and stuff is increasing overall. And maybe we'll start to see a rebounding in the markets. But either way, it's good for SoFi that people are at least being active on their platforms with 13% increase over the past 30 days. Not a bad thing. This comes from the SoFi stock Reddit, saying that SoFi is in play. This guy says, I just got an alert from E-Trade saying that SoFi is in play. What does this mean? To my understanding, via Google search, being in play means a firm becomes a potential takeover target or puts itself up for sale. Anyone have thoughts? And definitely some mixed opinions. The top comment saying best news I've heard all day, and then the second top comment saying I really hope it doesn't happen. Takeovers and buyouts and stuff can be good because it usually means the stock price is going up in the short term because generally companies are going to have to overpay, not underpay, to buy out a company. But it also means it also means that your company is getting sold immediately. Even if it's a short-term gain, maybe you believed in a long-term vision for SoFi, and maybe you thought it was going to return even better than those short-term boom or gains or whatever. So I know there is definitely rumors and stuff, maybe super, super loose rumors and super, super light rumors of, traditional banks and traditional financial institutions maybe being interested in purchasing a SoFi or another kind of fintech play out there. Maybe it'd make a lot of sense to, absorb them and bring them in. Now, I think it seems unlikely. I think SoFi is kind of really doing their own thing and trying to compete directly with those other financial institutions, but everybody's got a price. If the price is right, I could definitely see maybe a big financial institution or a traditional bank or whatever coming in and swooping this thing up. Again, this is at least, E-Trade saying that, hey, this thing might be in play. They might be in that range where it starts making sense for them to potentially be a buyout candidate. But who knows? That's just a very, very kind of random thing that came up today. We also have this guy saying, hey, don't worry about Clay Wilkes stepping down from SoFi's board of directors. He says, as someone who's done a deep dive on Clay Wilkes, I would say don't worry about it. It was expected. Clay Wilkes did an amazing job taking Galileo from his garage back in the early 90s to a private monopoly in 2021. The challenge now is to grow internationally, and Wilkes isn't really designed for that type of leadership. Clay Wilkes is an engineer CEO and doesn't have the experience to expand his tech in multiple countries at once. That's why they hired Derek White. So, again, at least this one random guy on Reddit thinks, hey, Clay Wilkes stepping down isn't a bad thing, and hey, it may even be a good thing overall for SoFi and for Galileo. So just kind of keeping that in mind, at least one person's opinion. And then we have this, somebody linked a Yahoo Finance article that says opportunity brewing in SoFi stock. The analyst sees several fintech names which are well positioned to take market share, one of which is SoFi Technology. So again, people are heating up, people are getting excited about the opportunity, not only as for SoFi as a company right now, but also for SoFi as a stock, as again, it's down 44% on the year. here, maybe it's a buy low opportunity. I don't know. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about SOFI. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.